It's here again, guys. The all-new season with exciting episodes of your favorite show, The Prophet's Wife.
Exciting!
This time, it's bigger, better, and full of life-impacting discussions that will transform and shape you, our cherished audience, and beyond.
Entertainment!
Spanning from a wide range of topics, the power-packed season will take a practical and experienced approach from various resource persons who will bring to our comprehension the nuances and intricacies of marriage,
Mind-blowing!
relationships, ministry, fashion, education, parenting, and more. All this with your eloquent host, Mimi ElBernard.
Overwhelming!
The Prophet's Wife.
Welcome to another beautiful Saturday on the set of the Prophet's Wife show. My name is Mimi ElBernard. We are bringing this show live to you in the studios of Concept 360 inside East Legon, Accra, Ghana. Today on the show, we are talking about boy-girl relationship, when it is right for you to start, and whether it is also good for a boy and a girl to date at a younger age. How does God see this? Don't forget to link up with us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all on Mimi ElBernard, Nelson-Eshun. Don't go away. We'll be back very soon. Thank you. In your season of pain, in your season of rejection, in your season of misery, someone is laughing at you. One thing I want you to know is the fact that you are going through that pain, that misery, that rejection, that doesn't mean You're welcome back. Okay, so the panelist is ready and they will introduce themselves.
I'm Mrs. Adon. Mrs. Michelle Odonko. I'm Vera Bandaman. I'm Raji Abua.
And I'm Mimi ElBernard, Nelson-Eshun. Okay, so we want to apologize for the lateness. We had a little technical issues and then that's what made us delay. So sorry about that. Okay, so today we are talking about boy-girl relationship and how it pleases God. When should one engage in dating? When should one relate in dating? All right, so before we came live, we had a discussion behind the scene. I had a discussion with Raj, and I think she's so excited about this issue. She's very excited. So I'll start with her. I would start with her because she's okay, right. So why are you so happy about this?
Oh no, well, the reason why I'm excited about this is because I have been in several relationships before, and the main reason I'm excited is because when I look back at the reasons why I dated, I sometimes get amused. I think that we cannot tell you that wait till you are 18 or 20 or whatever age before you start dating. But I think the first thing you must look at is, why do you want to date?
Yeah.
That's the first question. What is the reason? Because I have personally dated somebody before because I thought the person was funny. I liked his sense of humor, so I thought that he could make me happy. That was my idea of enjoyment, like happiness. Yeah. So I think that's the first reason. Why do you want to be in a relationship? Is it because you are planning to get married to the person? Or, you just want to have fun? What is the main reason? I think that is what will determine whether or not that relationship will please God. Okay. If it is just for fun, if you are in, say, JHS, and you want to date, why? Do you want to date to get married after JSS, or what? Do you want to get married whilst you are in SS? The longer you date, the higher the probability that you will sin. So I think that is what we should be looking at. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
well, I think it's just like Raj said. We can't tell you you should be 20 years before you enter into a relationship.
But what is the right age to date?
Is there a right
age? No, but now you see junior high students dating. This is my boyfriend, SHS 16, 17. Dating.
Why are you dating?
Yes, so mommy, what we have to know is that the main goal or the ultimate goal in dating is to get a life partner. So you are in JHS and you want to start dating. Do you want to marry after JHS?
Amazingly, we have people who started dating from JHS at the end of
or even primary.
But how many? If you take 10 people, how many?
Because from JHS to after SS into uni, it's a long period.
Yes, but mommy, they ended up being married. Yes, some might be right or still have God as their focus whilst they were in their relationship. But then majority, you know, when you start early, that's where I'm coming to. The earlier you start, the likelier you will be so much compromised on things that you are not supposed to engage in as a Christian. Okay. So first, I want to say, before you even want to enter into a relationship, first you have to know yourself. You know, the most painful or difficult aspect is when you don't know who you are. When you don't know who you are and where you are going to, you get frustrated. Right. I mean, you don't have clear-cut goals. You don't have purpose in life. And this
but the young ones, do they think about purpose? And
mommy, it depends sometimes I might say it depends the home you are coming from. Because some parents can drum into your ears.
No, the thing is, they wouldn't even. No, they hide it from the parents. For instance, someone, like, how can you date in junior high school?
Oh, but mommy, do you know some people also open up to their parents?
Yes.
This is what so sometimes it's the relationship you also develop with your kids.
Yeah.
Are you friends? I mean, how you engage them? You've gone to school. What happened in school? I mean, you start from there. If you are coming from a home, that's why mostly we say, don't let me go there. But if you are coming, about pastor's children, that's what I was going to say. But if you are coming from a home where parents have listening ears, this is what these are values as family. Some families even print out their values and paste them in their walls. Just like some organizations even target in your overalls, so that when you are wearing the overall, you know that I'm supposed to be committed, have empathy. So you dare not even misbehave towards the clients coming. So if you know, and this one thing that devil really plays on us, even Jesus, he asked him, if you are the son of God.
You already know he's the son
Yes,
of God.
the devil appeared to Eve and he was asking, if you want to be like God, eat this. When God has already told us we are created in his likeness and in our image. So really, if you don't know where you are going, you just follow friends. Oh, this one is into this relationship. Oh, then I must as well hang or jump into one, not knowing what you are here for. So I must say, really, there is no age. But then if you first discover yourself, this is because it's the ultimate goal is to get a life partner. So there is no need to rush into it. Okay. Because in fact, we are not even in competition. So why do you want to go?
Don't you also think maybe when the children, sometimes, my problem is with those in the junior high and the senior high. Where university, you're above 18. Mm-hmm. But then, when is it okay in the eyes of God?
That's what I'm saying, Mommy. When you enter early, it's likely to be so naive and then
I know someone who got married immediately after senior high school, my mate, and she's still married. She's happily married.
That is about 6 out of 100, though.
Yes, she's still married.
But do you know that, Mommy, when you are in a relationship, first you need to know this. We are Christians. I'm talking about Christians here. And if we allow God or Lord to be the Lord of on our relationship,
for instance, my husband is like, me now will marry, me now will not marry late, me now will marry like around 2021. And I'll be laughing.
Mommy, it's fine. If really, that's look at what he started saying. So it's likely he would
groom her.
Yes.
So by then she'll be matured enough.
You know, Reverend Fonke says from where, I mean, the ages of her children, it's likely she got married at 20 or 21 and she's fulfilling purpose. So for the...
I've seen a comment and...
the grooming, mommy, the grooming, knowing who you are, you have Lord on your relationship. So if you allow God to be the king in your relationship, take control. There is no way you will compromise on this and sin.
That's hardly the case.
Okay,
That's why you need not to go in there.
I think that there's no hard and fast rule as to when to date, which age to date. But what we are seeing currently is that most young people find it very easy to and are dating in JHS and SHS. I'll use myself as an example. When I was young, I think I was in SHS 2 or so.
What is SHS?
SS2 also. And my mom, I actually knocked at the door of my mom and I sat her down and I asked her, please, I want to ask her a question. I want to date.
You were seeking permission.
Oh boy. So my mom was shocked, honestly. And she was just staring at me. She was stunned. She was just looking at my face. Said, I thought you finished school. So I said, oh yes. In the church, you know, all my friends had boyfriends then in JHS. So I want to, you know. And my mom was, she was like, so which boy have you seen? So we're actually having that. And she asked me why I was telling. I said, because I don't want her to embarrass me. You know, now when the boys start coming to the house, I know how my mom is, come to the gate, me no fear agent. You know, I didn't like that. So I wanted to seek her permission first before. So this was a guy who was my cousin's younger brother. My cousin's friend's younger brother. So everyone knew him in the house. He used to come home and everything. And it was there. Now I can see that it was silly, you know, but it was because of peer pressure. It was
all your friends were doing
exactly everyone. And you know, I had gone to SS. I had met new people. Everyone was in a relationship. Like I was late. I was very late. You know, I didn't know what was happening.
And you wanted to go back and tell them that, I'm
telling. Oh, they will ask you. You know, the seniors will ask that.
Yeah,
they would.
And then they will go like, so you are Nashin.
You understand? You understand? You know, it's proud. It wasn't easy. So the peer pressure and everything. But nonetheless, I think that now I know better. Okay, I think that there's no rush. Why do you date? You date because you are you want to get to know the person. You are in courtship, and courtship is just before marriage. So it shouldn't be a long thing. Though some people date and get for long and get married in the end, and everything is fine. But most people end the relationship. The longer it is, the more you're prone to sin, the more problems happen. The more the young man sees other people he thinks he could date.
And the young lady also sees
exactly. And the young lady also sees other people. So at that stage in JSS or SS or whatever, I don't think you're matured enough, especially when it's not entering marriage immediately. I think that maybe uni is fine. Now that's what I'm saying. Now I know better. Maybe uni. It depends on the maturity of the person. Maybe uni is fine. That way.
But why do you say maybe?
I'm saying maybe because some people are matured from a young age. They know what they want. For instance, Papa is always says that Minel will marry at 20, 21. Okay, it means that this is what he wants from Minel. He will start grooming her from there, teaching her a lot of things. So she'll be matured and ready for marriage. I know someone who married at the age of 21. She's still married. She's in the US with her husband because she's my friend. Okay, she's matured. You understand? But others, so it's dicey and it varies. Okay, in the sight of God, at the end of the day, if you are courting to marry and you are not sinning, I think that God will be happy. But not when you are in a relationship, prolonged relationship, you are both sinning, you are doing all sorts of things.
Okay, fine. Even if it is long. Okay, it is long and you are not sinning. That is okay.
If it's wrong, yes, of course.
That's fine.
In the eyes of God, once you're not sinning, I think it's fine. It's not about God doesn't.
So if you're 18 and you're dating and you're not doing bad stuff,
Yes.
God is okay with it.
That is what I think. That is what I think.
All right. Dating, like we all said, it's a process. Okay, where one wants to find out who he or she is compatible with.
Yeah.
The end result is marriage.
Should be married.
Should be marriage, yes. And Mommy is talking about the fact that JSS and SS people are dating. Okay, and we are trying to say that some might date without sinning. But then, if you read Proverbs 6:27 says that how can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? And I think Songs of Solomon also says that don't stir up love when the time is not right.
Yeah.
So these children are just trying to see or feel
Experiment.
what it is like to be in love. The end result may not necessarily end in marriage. And when their hearts are broken, it affects them.
But they learn from it.
Some do not learn from it. Seriously. It affects them. It affects the academics and all that, you know. So for me, I think when you are in JSS, SSS, you should focus on making friends. You can be in a group of friends, and then whilst you are friends, you are learning about people, not necessarily wanting to have emotional attachments to a specific person, but you could be in a group of friends, and there you can be studying people, you can be nice to all of them, but you are still watching and praying. So like Michelle said someone got married at 21.
Yeah.
Maybe that was right after SS.
Yes.
Or uni. And I'm sure maybe the person studied the beloved for a while. Yeah. I know a senior of mine who got married to the one she was dating way back in SS. And I don't know whether they sinned or they didn't sin. Yes, but the underlying factor is we can date, but it should be to God's glory. It shouldn't be something we do and then afterwards, if it doesn't work, then you are guilty. You know, you are not able to forgive yourself because trying to please the other party, you might compromise on so many things. You are not ready yet. And seriously, JSS, you move to SSS, you see nice guys, you know. You move to uni, you see nice guys. And you're like, oh, did I make the right choice? And then sometimes if you are not sure, you start cheating on the other party. So sometimes I think you should just wait and pray and be sure that I'm ready to get married.
Because I know of someone who was actually in love with the guy. The guy is in uni now. Okay, so the girl was in, I think, junior high. And the girl was so much, the person is here. That's why I'm laughing.
I see the one running away.
So the guy was in love with the girl was not in love. So the girl went to senior high school and she realized that no, she wasn't in love with the uni guy. So she moved on. She went to senior high school and then she moved on so fast. And the junior high school, the uni guy was so hurt. Oh. Because he thought they were in love.
She thought she was in love.
They thought. So now they both moved on. And then you ask this one is, I don't even know why I was so much into this guy. You ask this one is, I don't know why I was so much into this girl, okay? But I think the right thing to do is to grow. You have to allow yourself to grow.
Yes.
Mature.
Enjoy that.
No, you see, another point I want to take up from is sometimes the reason why certain people date is because they don't have that closure with their parents or maybe elder siblings. They don't have a listening ear. Yeah. So when someone gives them just a little attention, they feel that they are indebted to the person, especially when it comes to us girls. You feel like you are indebted to the guy. This guy's been so good to me, he listens to me and all that. And so you feel, so I think that parents also have a role to play in this. So when I get excited when I hear Papa saying that, Minel, so it means that he will put, I'm so shocked that you were able to work because your mother. You cannot talk.
I'm telling you,
She says that the friend of a girl is a girl. The friend of a boy is a boy. You cannot even
reset your brain.
And I think that there's something fundamentally wrong with the African mother that we need to address.
Parenting.
And I don't know, and unfortunately, growing up, all the male friends I had ended up asking me out. So it also informed, I think, that probably what my mom is saying is right.
True.
You cannot have a male friend because at the end of the day, they want to date you.
But you see,
can I read some of the comments?
Sure.
Okay, so please you can send your comment in and I'll read it. Okay, Michael Bagla said I met my wife when she was fresh out of junior high school, waited and married her.
What does the waiting mean? Waited as
I don't even know. But I told
Praise God.
No, maybe they didn't do bad stuff. They were just dating.
Within the 10 years.
They were getting to know themselves.
It's kind of the knowing.
Because there are different types of
and then waiting.
Nana Adwa Edumata said, very true. Most junior high school and senior high school students date out of peer pressure. Yes. And you know, sometimes too, like just like you said, your cousins, it's always like that. Like you see, like you know, I have daughters who are like 16 and 17. So I was talking to one of them, and she was like I think she got to know a guy, and then she was friends with the guy's sister. They were in the same class, and then whenever there's an issue, the girl will be giving her attitude. She was like, "Is it because I'm dating your brother? I take your brother." And then be serious. So that was. I thought it's always like that. Yeah, it's always like that. Oh, date my brother. Date my cousin. It's just children being children. So it's up to us, the parents, to talk to them and listen to them. Mostly when a child comes home to talk to the mother about things like this, it's Auntie Akosia will hear. Hey, Adwa came to tell me this. Auntie Adwa come and ask you. Hey, your mother said
you cannot even tell them
because of some of these things.
But you see, in my case, it's not. I don't think it's about the mothers. My mom was strict, but I think it's about the individual. Yeah, I didn't want to be embarrassed because
your mom is strict, but I'm not sure your mom will wake you up at dawn and lash you.
Oh no.
So that one you stress, you can talk to them. But if you can, they can wake you up at dawn and give you the sleep, don't worry, everything will be fine. By the time you wake up, get up. They'll lash you and share. Okay, so Michael again said, personally, it's okay in the eyes of God when there is guidance. That is true. There should always be guidance because even there are 18 years old who are not that matured up here. So they always need, of course. They always need that guidance.
But if you are not mature, what are you doing in the relationship?
No, but the thing is, it's the heart. And at 18, I don't think he or she is going to think about purpose and they don't have time for that. They are in love. Oh, I'm in love with this person. But then as time goes on, they sit back and they ask, what am I in this relationship? What has this relation brought to me? What positive, like, do you get it? What are some of the things I've benefited from this? What have I learned? They think about all these things. But then when you get to a certain age and you are entering into a relationship, you consider all these things. But 18, unless the person is
really mature.
Matured up here. And Vera A. Ado said, I think after senior high school, one must start dating at least.
I said,
my voice.
When I'm advising people, I actually say that I don't see the point. Even university, maybe because I'm just.
I don't see anything wrong with dating in university.
There's nothing wrong.
Even senior high, after senior high school, even if you don't enter,
it's not necessarily about what is wrong, but it's about at the end of the day, will that relationship lead to
satisfying your curiosity? At that age, you're just satisfying their curiosity. Okay, my friends are dating. Why am I not in a relationship? Is there something wrong with me? So the next guy that comes around, whether he's correct or he's not correct, you just jump into it.
Okay. But I also want to side with Irajwa saying that much must be done by parents.
Yeah.
You see, if your daughter dresses and you're like, you're looking beautiful, your mom has already told you. You go out and someone tells you.
Yeah, I think last 2 weeks in your school, I think was it Pia or Ethel, someone said, you're looking beautiful. My daddy already said that in the morning.
And then
I came to tell them that, like, my daddy already told me that in the morning. I said, no, say thank you.
Yeah.
Say thank you.
and that is registered in her mind. Oh, my parents appreciate me.
Yeah.
So no one can influence her by saying, oh, you're looking nice. And then it gets into her head. People actually date because.
That is your opinion about that. Right? About why people date.
There's something happened at work and someone was like, someone told one lady that she's looking beautiful and the thing is gotten into her head, and I'm like, oh my goodness, you are not a teenager, you're an adult, so how can a guy just tell you are looking beautiful?
Already had a crush on him.
Do you get me? No, because no one tells
No, for all you know, she's already having a crush on the
him.
guy.
So said that, yeah.
Imagine that, or she has inferiority complex.
No, forget about inferiority complex.
Let's be
Maybe she's having a crush on this guy, this particular guy, and this guy is not even giving you attention.
The guy,
She's telling you. I know, but
they don't match.
Wait, is the guy married? No. Is the girl married?
No, looking at the
guy. But then the guy was
no, they could be looking at the guys.
Oh, the guy is fine.
Seriously.
well, in the
If
eyes,
it's the same person, I know then
beauty lies in the eyes of the
no
guy.
he's nice. Don't mind him.
Oh,
The guy is nice.
yes.
The guy is nice. So, for instance, you meet a guy. Maybe this is a guy you are crashing on, and you are sometimes the ladies try to get the attention of the guys, and you're still, and then all of a sudden the guy says,
responded to their
"Oh my God!"
I get
He
it.
finally said it. You get it. So I don't
I think
think
Mrs. Adum is looking at the lady's position or the
forget the
position
position.
the guy.
What has position got to do
Position
with
per
life?
se, but
Forget about
like
position.
you
Or the
said,
beauty.
lies in the eyes of the
No, but
the
Mrs.
guy is
Adam, this
fine.
guy is handsome.
Hey,
I'll show you this picture. The guy is handsome. Don't mind. This from Michael again said, personally, I think that there is no age for anyone to marry. In Africa, it's so clear that our lives are so delayed in everything. Today, we have a lot of orphan children because their parents got married late and started giving birth at some funny years. By the time the children will grow and be matured, the parents are on retirement. Are we supposed to have a family or pension kids?
Preach it, brother. But it also depends.
yeah. But the thing is,
But it's cool to see like a young girl with her mom, saying, it's
No,
cool.
you see, it is when you get married that you say that, I wish I had married earlier.
I
But-
get a lot of people saying
But before you marry, you don't see it that way. It is
no,
when
it's
you
not.
marry.
No, sometimes the people are
you're not
not coming.
getting
You don't see, I'm not
Coming.
getting
The
it.
right people are not.
Okay, you are not getting.
and sometimes too, you are just not ready. You are just not. You are not ready financially. You are not ready emotionally. Some of us, maybe if we had married earlier, maybe the marriages would not have worked.
Yeah.
Because God was actually working
It would
on
have
our
worked.
spouses. Oh, I'm telling you,
To
mommy.
some extent,
See,
mommy.
to
Some-
an extent, you
Oh,
see.
yeah.
Sometimes,
No, but we are sitting here talking about purpose and all these things. So if you are married earlier, wouldn't you have thought of all that?
That's what I'm saying.
So it comes down to what I said
that.
earlier, that sometimes at a certain age you don't think about all these things.
Well, but
of
you
fun.
see, for me,
Yes.
I also
You don't think about all these
Think
things.
It's just the idea of having a
Having a
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
Just
That's
that
what I'm
idea. I mean,
I know at certain age you wouldn't talk about that, but then it all boils down to the parents, mommy. Let me use myself as an example. Yeah, do you know there are some
parents who have groomed and nurtured their children, yet when they go to SS, it's a different ball.
yes, there are some extreme cases, but do you know we also have
Which
children.
extreme cases? It happens.
But do you know, it's real, but the other side too is real. Do you know we do have other children who are also shark. Should I say brilliant at early age. They are getting all awards.
Yeah.
They are doing amazing things. You think they just came up just like that.
No, but there are people who are born. Some of them are
Yeah.
born with it, like this
Yeah.
little
Some-
boy in your school.
Yeah.
Like some of them are born with it
Yeah.
because this is. There's a little boy I know. He has about 3. They are 3 in number, but that one is different. They are 4, and he's different. Like the rest,
brainy,
they're
intelligent.
Yeah.
So
Some are born
they,
with it,
they are,
maybe, but
yes,
some-
they are from the same parents, and the others are like. That's what they are count. But this very one,
Oh yeah.
everything you ask this one, he has answers to it.
Wow.
But that
But
is
mommy,
not
it's
necessarily
not
a sign of maturity.
It's not,
she's not
no,
talking
she's
about
saying
maturity.
we have
Give them
intelligent.
children.
It's not about that.
She's saying the mothers have a part to
Mommy,
play.
what
I'm driving.
saying.
No, I was.
parenting. Okay.
Yes,
Let's
I was making a point. We are saying that people don't. Do you know these days some resource persons go to JSS, some go to SS because they think we made some mistakes.
Yeah.
Now it needs to be corrected. Like the guy you invited on the he says, in fact, I never thought of that. So he came up that we have to start from there because some start dating from there. So it's all about education. Look at Baby Pele. I think if he had not really put into his children, like the last one, I've forgotten his name.
The Aliyu is not the last
No,
one.
the other one.
Imani is the last one. Imani is
Yeah, no,
girl.
the other guy who also plays. I think the man
They
Not
they did, and then what's the
Raman?
Jordan.
Jordan.
Mommy, I think if Abedi had not really
Is
said
the day are you different from Jordan?
oh yeah,
Yes, the one with the mohawk.
I think the man made effort, conscious effort to bring his children along.
Yeah.
He really made, so it all boils down for us
But they
to.
also liked the game. Maybe. They
But
also
do you
believed in
know how many people likes playing football, but you don't know their names?
Well.
And because of, I mean, they got people to really pull them. This is, let me nurture you, mommy. Yes, it's not like that, but it's not too late. We need to
I'm
start
not
from
even
there.
concerned about
We
the
need to
nurturing.
start
My
from
concern
there.
is about being such an open parent that
Yes.
your child in. I
It's
know
all
a
about-
Because
family.
Mrs. Adam,
It's
it's true.
all about-
What she
family
said is
that-
true. That the nurturing, you can nurture the child, but when she gets out there,
I know
you
a family
she
that at
different
stage
ballgame.
5, one of the guys went to his father. Stage 5 in like class 5. Went to his father and said, "I've seen a girl in my class. I have a crush on her." And the father begins to chat, like he chats with them.
No, but that one
as
it
if-
happens. So that one
He chats with them
like
as
this
if
IS schools, like you get
yes,
a lot.
but you see, but it's not common with the average Ghanaian child.
Yes.
It's
Why
not
should I
common
even
that
sit
you
with my
cannot
child
tell-
to talk
yes,
on
we
dates?
think that our
there.
parents think that
It's a taboo.
you cannot talk about sex with your child.
It is a taboo.
So
And
this
so-
generation must change.
So this generation must change that.
Yeah.
Your child should feel comfortable to talk to you about certain things so that you can correct them if it is wrong.
All right, let me read this.
That's it.
Nana Joy Dumatarigan said, personally, I believe it boils down to your maturity and readiness. God doesn't restrict us to age, but maturity-wise. Someone can be in his or her 30s, but not ready for marriage nor relationship. Likewise, someone in the early 20s might be ready. So it depends on the individual maturity in God and in mind.
That's right.
All right, and Vera A. Adu said, but lately we have to be careful with that mindset. Friend of a girl is a girl, or vice versa. It's dangerous. God help us. Bagla Michael said, Kakai parents are the major issue for secret relationships.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
Yeah, that's
I
very true.
dated so many people in my, I mean, none of my
And
nobody,
your mom,
even
your
my
parents
sister
are
has no
supposed to
idea.
be strict. Like
Yes, and my
that.
parents are, and it's because of that strictness that even led to that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I found too many mistakes. Too many. You feel
You're
like
afraid to even open up.
you
What
cannot
would they
open
say?
up to anybody. Hey, what would they think?
And I
The
think,
elders
mommy,
were
one
sorry,
thing
those
too
kind of
is
things,
that
sorry.
we should, I think, if we also put, I mean, make the children know God for themselves. I think sometimes it also helps because,
their decision.
yes, it informs their decision. And even if that person enters in early, the person knows whom he's committed his or her life to, and how the person, the one he's committed his or her life to, want him or her to lead his life. So he's very careful, or she is very careful. So if the child knows God from early stages, I think it also helps. It wouldn't make you make so much mistakes.
Okay, so someone replied.
I know.
Someone,
the opinion.
Please, can I read this? Someone replied to the story I narrated with the little girl in junior high school.
Okay.
So the person is like, relying to the story you said.
My goodness. Can you mention
This is from Raymond Ato Isuma. Said, girls saw a nicer person, but it could be, sometimes it's not because the girl saw a nicer person, but it could be the guy's interests were different from the girl's due to the generational gap.
Hey.
I think the girl couldn't meet the kind of maturity the guy was looking for.
Hey, that's my own cousin. Yeah, we think it like
This
that.
guy's your cousin?
This is the first time
He has ever
commented on this show.
because he's in the university, maybe he wants to date.
Okay.
Okay, and Yao Ouswa Mwaku said, Eraja Yeboa, stop blushing.
Who said that?
Yao Ousu Amwaku. Vera A.
He attended the same uni with me. I'm sure that is why. I dated a guy in his class. That's why.
Oh, okay. I now get it.
The one I dated because he was funny. Down.
Oh, but that's important, right?
No, it's important, but me,
But
that was
that
my
shouldn't
main
be the
reason.
whole.
It was my main
It
reason.
shouldn't be the main, yes.
Which means whenever the guy is not happy, you won't be happy.
And he used to make me laugh all the time. So when he asked me out, I didn't see why not. I'm like, this guy will make me happy. I said, yeah, let us go. And we dated for 2 years. And trust me,
You were laughing
1 year
throughout.
out of the 2 years, I was trying to break up. The relationship wouldn't break up. It was easy. That's a story for another day.
We're laughing throughout.
No,
Be happy throughout.
I regret it.
Okay, Vera A. Ada said, even me, I'm adopting Papa's policy. My 2 girls must marry quick. In this crazy world of lesbians and gays, once again, God help us. And Bogla Michael said, when our lives are delayed, then we say God was up to something. Please, God is not aware of this one. It's an African thing.
I'm telling you.
Nana Ajwa Edumata. One thing I realized back in the uni was the guys, especially the church guys, assembly, will shower care and attention on you. We ladies too, sometimes you are vulnerable, so we become emotionally attached. Most of the time, it's our emotions that push us into it, and later we lose our peace when you realize the timing is wrong.
It's always the emotion.
And mostly the SU, like the SU girls, when they are entering, they are like, I want a godly man. I'm not ready
You
to
see,
do
what actually
Yes.
happens is that these guys will give you so much attention. They have not proposed.
And they will
I'm
not
telling
hear.
you, they are not even interested.
They are just being
Making their
being
intention.
nice.
But why would
then
you be nice
the
to me?
lady will be like, oh,
ladies are and
No, they are
ladies
not just
like
being
that.
nice.
No,
they are
mommy,
not.
they
No,
are
wait,
not
wait,
saying
wait,
anything.
wait. Hold on.
Sometimes
Hold
they are
on.
afraid of.
No, hold on.
They
Let me tell you
encourage you.
something. There was an issue I was handling. This guy was nice to almost about 4 ladies. He never proposed to one. He had kissed all the 4 without proposing.
Just
He had
kissed.
had his way with all the 4 without proposing.
That's his
And
way
then when we
acting,
spoke
mommy.
about,
His way
yes, he had
acting.
slept with them, a godly man in university,
He's
and
not a
godly
godly man.
sisters. Oh, that is how he was seen.
Yes,
And he
you
was
are.
having fun. And then when we asked him, he was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
did I
said one.
propose to you? Did I propose to you? It was a mistake.
he didn't
So
say
it's not, he said it was a mistake.
You see,
So the
that's
point
what
is,
they
and
do.
then he would tell you that keep this on the low. He doesn't want people to know.
Wow.
So that's
Yes.
it.
So it has nothing to do with
That means they know what they are doing. It's a strategy.
That's what I'm saying. So the girls in their mind,
They are
maybe this
vulnerable.
guy,
Yeah.
this guy likes me. So she will push all the correct ones away, and then
By
she'll
the
be
time you
waiting for
realize.
this one to come. And look at this one. Having his way. 4 girls, and you have not proposed, and he's even proud saying that have I proposed to you? Have I?
Story of my life.
It's
What
not
did you say?
It's
That's the
terrible.
story of my life.
Okay, this is from James Nelson Dugan. He said, please, I want to know if the dating is good or not. It's for Christian. If let's go to the Bible and check from there. Thank you. I don't understand.
That's what they
So,
do.
want to ask to say
dating was
categorically
not
if it's
really
good or not.
mentioned in the Bible, dates. But then I think we have examples, just as
Joseph and Mary.
Joseph,
You
Mary,
know that-
betrothed.
Yeah.
You know that this and this
Were meant to be married.
yes, just as Isaac sent his servant to go look for a woman. So when come again? Oh, talk.
Please go ahead.
Did I miss the name? Abraham looked out to get a wife for Isaac rather. Then, so this one, when the lady comes, we know they are meant to be married. Yes, but we are not saying the dating is bad, and it's not biblically.
Maybe they want us to use courtship.
Courtship, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Courtship.
Yeah,
No, but
even
you see,
courtship,
before
it
you-
wasn't really.
I think dating and
mentioned.
courtship are
Because
different.
now
they are
dating.
different.
Because when I
different.
was talking to somebody about dating, the person says that you can date several people at a time.
Really?
Hey.
Yes. That's what I said. Because the person
it's
the person has a foreign, your friend is saying, mentality. So the person is like, if I'm dating, it's like maybe this Saturday I'm going out with this guy.
like going out, that's
Yes,
it,
I'm going out
okay.
with this guy. We'll be talking. I want to see how.
No,
he
we are
is.
not talking about
Then-
going out and maybe hanging out
I
with
think
friends.
we
We're talking
missed
about
the word.
Then the next time is going elsewhere. But all like
I think
episode
what
two
he's
is
trying to
about
say is
home.
maybe we are going on a date, that kind of
Yes.
thing.
But actually, I think that's the meaning.
The
So
thing
the
about
modern-
dating,
the modern
says
word
that dating is an appointment by two mature singles, so a man and a woman, exploring their compatibility
Yeah.
by going together in a public place to know whether they
So
are
it's
compatible.
like
So
going out on a date.
yes, so maybe you can date more than one person,
Yes.
trying to see who
You can
is
be compatible.
But that's the problem now. We measure compatibility with sex.
Not at all.
Yes, because most of the time
With
when you hear,
sex?
yes.
No, but then what if you are in a relationship with someone and you're not, you guys are not compatible?
What is the meaning of compatibility?
So why should compatibility be brought
Measured.
into sex?
Because
To know yourself means knowing yourself in all levels.
yes,
To measure the level
yes, to measure the level of the
Commitment
chemistry
and all
and
that.
all that. Yes, so that
Okay.
is.
All right, so I think we'll bring this one to an end and talk about the second one, Mrs. Bannerman's.
About what pleases God.
No,
about
yours.
The sex, the rampant.
Yes, okay, so yes, there's a story where a man wants to marry a woman, but then his parents want him to have sex with a woman and I think get the woman pregnant because they want to know how fertile the woman is. And this is a Christian. This man is a Christian, and I think the woman is also a Christian, right?
Yes, and then the man is just the only child, not even the oldest son,
Okay.
the parents. So
The only
They want to
child,
be sure they can have
grandchildren.
the generation can go.
So as a Christian, I'll start with Mrs. Bannerman because you brought it up. So Mrs. Bannerman, I think we'll just talk about this for like 10 minutes and then we'll wrap up.
Yeah, but mommy, this also comes to the point. I think in everything we need the leadership of God. Whatever decision you want to take, you need God's direction. You know, the one who is going to check, I think you can even check fertility, not really going to get the person pregnant. You can even go and then have the person checked. So it's not really going to have sex, but we need to know. We are Christians, so our lives should be modeled after Christ.
Okay.
And then Christ do not admonishes us to fornicate.
So what
or
would
something.
be your advice to
My advice?
the guy, the girl, and their parents? And
You
the
think,
guy's parents?
you think you are compatible,
Yes.
and then you don't want to lose the guy. But mind you, if you don't compromise on your Christian principles, God is God. He did not create one man for you. Don't compromise on it and then give in. What if you go, you get pregnant, and God shuts your womb after that child, and the child dies mysteriously? What are you trying? You are not smarter than God. God is the all-knowing God. Just commit your ways. You shouldn't give in. If really it has to come to compromise, me, that's what I believe. You shouldn't do that
Okay.
because God is wiser
Right.
than us.
Well, my advice goes to the guy. What is his take on this?
No, you see, I think where the guy is coming from, I feel it's that kind of families that
they always
detect for you. So
everything has been handed to you, family property.
Yes, so I think it's not easy.
I get it, but I think that he should be a man and speak to his parents. If he's not happy about this, he should let them know that I love this lady. It's true that we marry. One of the reasons is for procreation.
Wait. Okay. Honestly, bad boys love better than rigid Christian brothers who want to spiritualize everything. Being a good boy or girl is not what keeps a relationship or marriage. You for know what's up in a godly way. Listen to this from Nana Adjoa Edumata. She said, "Hey, some parents too have certain conditions. Power. Who goes to buy bread, opens it and tastes it before buying it."
And then the seller will give it to you.
It's something that we used to hear a lot. That who buys a car without test driving?
Yeah,
who say that?
You see, mommy,
So
I think this one I will come in my
thing.
closing comment.
That's the common
This is
thing.
what the guys, and I just don't get them.
Who buys a car without test? So what if you test drive it and then you take it home and it doesn't work?
Or even whilst you are testing driving, you need to
Or if you get an accident, you die.
A fatal one. What happens?
This is a bullet.
Nana,
So my advice goes to the guy that I think that he should man up and speak to his parents. This is the woman I want to marry, and we are both Christians. We will believe God for a child. I don't need to. So what if that relationship ends after that? No way. No way.
Wow.
No way. It shouldn't happen. He shouldn't. The guy should not let that happen.
if only
So
he loves
the
us
guy
again.
shouldn't. Does he even have power?
Why
That's-
should he? He's
yeah,
a
that
man.
is there.
Does he
So
have
a
power?
man
Because I
who-
don't think
who is ready.
No,
then
wait.
he's
I
not
don't
ready
think
to marry.
this guy will even bring it to us if he has that power.
Then I think that he's not ready to marry.
Because
He's looking for
And when they marry
yeah,
to
it's
them,
not
them
the things he will be losing.
No,
Oh,
then
then
he's not ready
he
for
should-
marriage.
then-
Then he should
yeah.
wait. When he's ready, then he.
Then the woman
when
is just
he,
a
when
baby
he,
making
when
machine.
he leaves, because marriage is about living and cleaving. So if
Then
you
the two
cannot
shall
leave
become
your
one.
parents, then massa wait. When you are ready, then you marry.
marry.
For now,
Would you, if you were to be the woman, would
I
you
wouldn't.
wait?
I wouldn't have said
I wouldn't.
Would you wait
Wait, which woman?
for him to get ready?
No, I don't understand. Like if I'm
The lady in question. You
I
said
should wait
he
for
should.
the guy
You said he should come when he's
maybe I'll be
ready.
waiting. But if somebody
Hey.
who is ready comes, I won't wait
that means
again.
he can't wait.
So
You
you're not
wouldn't
going to wait, right?
No, but seriously, if a guy needs to think twice about this, then I also need to think twice about
Right.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mrs. Happy.
that look is enough.
You can't believe it.
I mean, it's not right. It's not right in the first place to wanting to have an affair with your woman. In fact, making her pregnant before you can actually
even have affair. Yeah, I think it's
before you can actually walk her to the altar.
Not affair. No, we can't tell whether
Sex.
they're already doing
I'm sure
it.
they're already-
No, impregnate her.
Okay, it's not even fair. I mean, it's not right. It's not fair. It's not right even having an affair in the first place. So what's the point? The veil and all that. That's
that's supposed
Why
to
is
be
so
there.
mad? Chill.
because these days, the veil is covering things. I mean, even when you walk to
It's
the
covering
altar,
them.
you know
We
in
went
your
to
heart.
I went to a wedding and my mother was thinking, and I said, why is this girl wearing white?
You see, you know,
Because she
you are
has-
pretending. You are pretending
So
to
the
the
white
whole
already.
world that this guy hasn't even kissed me before. This guy hasn't even had his way with me before. And you know, I have this friend whose dad will always tell her that. God will close your womb.
Hey, yeah, now it's just
That is what the man. That is what the man always told the daughter. You understand? So that alone was fear
Yeah.
to make sure that you are doing the right thing. You know, yes, sometimes we take such things for granted, but you cannot just accept what your parents are saying and compromise, saying that you are looking at all the wealth and all that. and you want to sin against God, it's not the right thing to do.
Right.
So I wouldn't advise the lady to even think of waiting for the guy to rethink about the fact that he wants to impregnate her before they get married.
Why does he have reason to believe that she's infertile?
I was just.
Can I read this? Ekia Ohene Shene Abwaje. Big trap. What if you get pregnant and the baby dies during delivery? Or what if he dies at the age of 2 months or 2 years or at the age of 5? Getting pregnant before marriage does not guarantee having grandchildren. You can let her get married and she will give birth to triplets only for them to die at the age of 3 years. Then you would have disobeyed God for nothing. Fertility can be checked through other means and through prayer. And Elizabeth also Bwedi said, if it's fertility they want to confirm, they can do that through other ways, medically. Hey,
The man didn't request.
No, but the guy brought this up. So I don't think that shouldn't be a problem.
He didn't request.
Mrs. Odonko.
Well,
The
I
reason Adam
think,
is angry. James. I wish I could give her water.
I think it's a no for me. I mean, the guy should not listen to his parents, but I think it's unfair to the lady for the guy to think that or listen to his parents and impregnate her before getting married. First of all, like Raj said, does he have any reason to believe that
You
she's
think the lady
infertile?
has been around for a while?
So maybe they're being trying to impregnate her. The lady has what?
When she was not a Christian, I mean, she enjoyed herself.
Oh,
The lady.
okay.
So,
Which lady?
thinking
But what about the guy?
he is clean. But that's how the parents is picturing him.
Oh, okay. So that's why he's thinking that she's infertile. Well, he can check. There can
The
be
girl had
medical
fun,
checks.
eh?
Yeah, before she came born again.
Okay, then it makes sense. Then that's why the parents.
But you should have said that
But
earlier.
still, but it doesn't. No.
Yeah.
When you say she
No,
had
I'm
fun.
trying to find out why the parents will think
No,
that
wait.
she
So
has-
when you say she had fun,
She didn't even, you don't even know whether she aborted or not, but the fact that she
has
as in
had-
now was say or was shrunty, you are afraid, leading to many other
Just on
things.
trust to
Then
go in
leave
the
her,
first
don't
place.
marry.
Money worry.
Not the guy,
The
the
parents.
thing.
So the guy's parents are
she
aware.
was on board.
Ah, yes, okay.
She said you did. Okay.
It was very important to them, so they were in fact, they employed her
This guy is
friends
not
to
independent.
ask questions.
Hey,
Madam,
Yeah.
continue. These people.
they didn't change what I was going to say. Because, you know, I was asking that does he have reason to believe that she's infertile? You're just giving the reason. But I still
It's
think
still
that
not-
it's still not right for them to say that, okay, so before you marry our son, we want to know if you are fertile or not. It's like it's a privilege
Okay.
to
Someone would type something. I think it's. She said, Nana Joy Edimata, he said, I think parents who resort to this are those who had challenges in childbirth. And you stated that he's an only child.
he's an okay.
Yes, your
So
brother.
that's why.
Yeah.
I know, right? My brother.
So I think maybe, like for instance,
Yes,
my stepmom's family, she was talking to me, she was like the highest you can go is 2 children.
Yeah.
So almost all of them 1, 2, 1. So you don't have anybody in their family who have 3 children. No, it's 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah.
So I think
what's-
maybe,
But
and
shouldn't
some
they
of them
be
have
seeking
lost
the
their
face of
children.
God?
Believe God.
Shouldn't they be seeking the face of God other than asking
Oh, they don't
the
believe in that. They
lady
would have sought it long time.
to, you know,
For all you know, they believe in God.
And
For all you know, maybe
By experience.
Yes.
Well,
So you can tell.
but they know.
But
God
we are
is the
saying that it's
all-knowing
not
God.
the right
So does it mean
Yes.
if the lady doesn't get pregnant, they are not getting married?
you see, that's why
I
I
see,
and then you have already
this thing
had
is very
your way.
like
The guy has to
It's
I'm
not
not
know.
saying that
only
he's not
once.
having his way
It is not
already.
only once
Then you
getting
can even
pregnant
get pregnant.
because people get married for how many years?
9 years.
And it's not like they are just.
Or maybe
sleeping
they can
and
get
waking up.
they can get her a medicine that will boost. You know, we have.
And all those things have side effects.
Yeah.
All for what?
So as soon as you meet,
Yeah.
No.
But my point
Doctor
is,
said he
okay,
was
so in
able to-
case, what's the duration? Are they giving timelines like
Yeah.
try to
Oh,
get
yeah.
her pregnant by within a year? If
No,
not,
I think what they are saying is until she gets pregnant, there will be no marriage.
Hey, this is serious.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of experience.
So as soon as she gets pregnant, they'll marry.
Yes.
In which church?
But
Because the
International.
church too will be running.
But do you know, it's part, mommy. These days we are deceiving ourselves.
It's true.
You think those who come,
Most people who are even getting married
Yes,
in church
they
are
were
already
not
pregnant. I know.
But they do.
And those who are not even pregnant.
Okay, Nana Dre matter again. She said, "What if the guy loses interest in you or dies when you get pregnant? Children are a blessing from God, and I believe if he disregards his parents and marry her, God will glorify their marriage with children. I don't think it is right to disregard the parents. That is so wrong.
so just talk to
So
them.
wrong. So
But that's what I
it's
was
either
saying.
they
You are
go their
not
separate
wise.
ways.
You are not wiser
Because-
than God.
Yes. So if maybe they want a girl who has a good past, then they should let their guy, they should talk about it and let their son go and look for it. Because if this girl's past will be a problem, then they should let her go instead of forcing her to get pregnant.
You know,
when
in the
she's not-
olden days, like families ask if their son says, or they even suggest that this lady, they go and make make their own investigation, see if she's fertile, what kind of children they bring up, are they this, are they that, you know, to their specifications before they inform the child that okay, anti-address family, there's this lady there, blah, you know. So probably they are old-fashioned and they are just going the old-fashioned way. But like you said, I think that the guy should speak. If the only, but you see, it's the guy who is asking for advice now. Probably he hasn't even said anything to the girl. Okay, so if the girl thinks that she's not ready to do that or she's not happy about it, then I think the guy should go forward, speak to his parents, try and convince them. We are only speaking for the girl because we haven't heard her side. Probably should be game. Maybe, I mean, because of the money.
No, I don't think she will be game because I think this is a problem. This is a problem to them. That's why the guy brought this up.
Oh, okay.
If she were to be game, the guy wouldn't even bother.
The
The guy
lady
is
is
pregnant.
earning a
Okay.
respectable. I mean, she is responsible.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
She's born again, very responsible.
Okay.
Very good profession.
Oh, then I think the guy should speak to the parents, and I don't think it's right.
Okay, so I think this is where we bring the show to an end. Thank you for staying with us. But then before we go, we would like to invite you, Mrs. Panaman will do it.
Yeah, but please, Mami, before I invite people, I really want to talk to we Christians on this, that we can be in a relationship without having sex. If only we make God and Holy Spirit our leader, it is very possible. Even if it's not easy, even if you allow the Holy Spirit in, somehow it becomes easy. So please, if you have already made that mistake, stop it.
Let's create
It's possible, yes, when you get married, you can give, but you don't know what harm would have caused. You don't know what will happen. But please, the right way is to stay abstain or then stay holy. Let your relationship please God. In fact, when you marry and then you've not had sex before, it's so nice. And I mean, oh yes, because you've not there is nothing.
the way she looks so nice. Stop it.
Michael, stop it.
Stop.
Michael is trying to say, I don't want no version.
He's like, are you sure? But
You cry small. Oh, Mrs. Adam, what? I mean, it's fulfilling. You feel
The best gift you can give to your husband, you know.
even aside that you know you are not guilty.
Yeah.
Your mind is clean. I mean, you've made something. You've achieved something. Being able to stay holy or stay abstained before you got married. It is the right way.
For both the men and the
And
women.
the women,
I know,
both
right?
men and women.
You can't measure.
Don't let
The thing is, you can't measure for the women. So.
Unfortunately.
both men and women don't let
Please,
any
when we
man-
talk about this, we are not talking about just penetration. We have experienced virgins, you know.
Yes,
They can
so-
do everything but penetration. That is
Hey,
true.
that one, dear mommy, I think we have to discuss it. It is a whole topic.
They can do everything apart from penetration.
Please don't
So,
don't
so please
allow.
add it to it.
Go there.
So, mommy, just as you've added, please don't let any man dare you. Don't let any man dare your identity. If you say you are a woman, let me touch you. Let me see that you are a woman. And please, men, don't let any Delilah into you. You know, women are the entry. We hold the keys. We hold the keys. Every man here on earth
I
came
think next
through a
what
woman.
we have to do is we'll sit back and allow the
I'm
guys
telling you.
Because it's like what I love to say.
they
Or we
always
should switch the camera on them.
no,
so
they
that
always
people
want to
see.
counter everything we
I'm
say
telling
here.
you.
Please, we hold the keys. Every man here on earth came through a woman. So please, if any woman is trying to get your heart, please don't allow the
It's not through
person.
your waist, but must I get your heart through your waist?
What was that? What was that?
I said bullets. Don't let any woman get into your heart. I don't know what it has got to do with the
Through,
waist.
you know, so through your heart to their waist. Hey. So please, let all
Okay,
I'm
and then
saying
please,
is that
before
let's
we
stay.
give
Let's stay.
the invitation, we have to advise to the young ones who are about to start dating and what God wants us to
So
know about it.
the best thing to do is to have purpose and vision. So like me, I told myself way back in SS, when I was going to SS, I was like, God, blind all the guys. No one should come and talk to me. Seriously. And then I sailed through. When I got to uni, I was like, all these guys, God, I know they are not serious. Some, but that was what I said, because I believe they will go for student loan and try to show that, oh, I have it and all that.
What is
Yes,
that?
Oh, yes,
that is
some.
what- yes.
Some, but not mine.
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I
saying. Some. Hey.
Hey,
So
yeah.
have a purpose.
Fresh
Have a
shot.
purpose and know where you are going. Because I always tell myself that, and I mean, God has even started doing it. I'm like, you sit back one day,
Cry.
I'm not crying.
She's crying.
You see, you be on an international
Platform.
platform, and then, excuse my language, but a foolish guy will stand somewhere and say that, oh, this girl a flop. That is not my thing. So I mean, think about
right.
all these things and let these things inform
It's hard, but
you know,
should
and
have-
as to the decisions you want to make in life. And I'm sure if you have this mindset, this is where you go far. You don't need to. God bless you.
Really? You're trying to run. She's not.
She has summarized
Please, can you say
Okay, so I think she's number. Let me say something.
something? Okay, so when you finish, you just invite me.
Okay, so I think that to all the young ladies and guys, it's not worth it. Okay, give yourself time. Your purpose is to be done with school, get a meaningful job. At every stage in your life, there are things that you aspire for, there are things that you want to become. You can be 18 and would want something, and then by the time you get to 25, it's something different.
Yeah.
So give yourself time. As time goes on, as you mature, as you learn from other people's experiences and out of life, you realize that the kind of man that you want to be with was not the kind of man that you thought many years back.
Right.
So just take your time and everything will be fine.
Okay, so Mrs. Invite.
Okay, so tomorrow we are crowning our 11th anniversary. Undeniable exploits. We've received a lot. The teachings, the prophecies. Hey, it's always another realm. Come and see. Passport numbers is true. That it's happened before, but then there is always another realm. God takes a servant too, and it was so amazing. But you can't afford to miss tomorrow.
At all.
Chronicles of Prophets.
Jesus.
And Papa is believing God to minister to almost everyone who comes there. Yes,
I
he
am
said,
ready.
and I believe my Papa.
What's the time?
That
It's 8:30 a.m.
please, you can't just afford to make
What's the time?
I just said it. That's why she 8:30 a.m.
8:30 a.m.
Okay,
Come
venue?
and then be blessed.
The Oracles
Okay,
place.
Oracles Place,
Adenta
Adenta
SDA
SDA Junction, SDA taxi
Drop the
rank.
number.
It's on the
That's
spot.
one.
Yes.
Okay, so the number is 0234 077788. Please call for direction. Invite your friends and your loved ones. But before I go, before I sign out, what I will say is, as parents, we have to allow our children, we have to give them the benefit of the doubt, allow them to come to you, talk to you about issues, help them to open up to you. Don't cage them. You know, the moment they come to you and they open up and you're like, oh, so that's what you have been doing this week. Me, they wake me up, I don't give it to me. Hey, okay, so please, let's give them the opportunity. Let's give them the chance. Sometimes at 18, if my daughter comes to me to talk to me about a boy, I would just ask her to bring the guy home. Yeah. We'll talk about it. I'll teach them, I'll guide them. Yeah. But then the moment you go like, hey, like, you know, I spoke about the fact that I have 16 and 17-year-old. We are always talking about things like that. Yeah. We are talking about, okay, so when you went to school, like this guy, we talk about it, give them the chance, help them. It makes them, like, for instance, they wouldn't, if you give them the chance, they wouldn't go and open up to the wrong person.
Yeah, get wrong advice.
Yes. Just help your children. No one will do it out there for you. Just do it yourself. God bless you for staying with us. My name is Mimi ElBernard Nelson-Eshun, and the show is The Prophet's Wife Show with Mimi ElBernard. Thank you. See you on Saturday. We love you. And I gave you 2 ElBernard.
Yeah. ElBernard.
Hey, you're giving them 4. Raj,
Yabwa.
Are you crying?
Not at all. I'm not crying.
So what's happening to your
husband's name?
Oh, please.
Yabwa. No, she's crying. Some people can laugh. Oh.
Please, this is the chief lover. I'm just there.
We are not coming to, hey, you video, we are able to learn how to papas. And then we'll discuss, maybe we'll talk about the things we read.
That's true.
So I'll talk to the makeup artist to come.
Yes, ma'am.